Hello everybody, Zeph here with Zeph's Trading. Hope everyone's doing well today. Today, February 12th, 2024. Going to do a chart review, daily chart, then the 2000 tick chart. One trade on the day, second entry short win, so I'll get to that. It was right at 2 o'clock, surprisingly enough. Prices like to... I've noticed the pattern show up at 2 o'clock, so it's pretty interesting. Nonetheless, for this daily chart, we're finally... got past our 50-50 mark. High on the day is 50.6650. And basically it looks like how this bar closes is might close bearish today and finally get a reversal back down at least to 5,000 for that round number for the first target. I mean, this thing could just keep going up higher, but it feels like it needs to sell off. But we'll see what happens. And then these are kind of my zones for where I think price might go. So it's going to be from the bottom to the top, 48.34, 49.23, and then 5,000. These will change as the day goes on and the EMAs recalculate, but that's what I'm looking for on the daily chart. Other than that, yeah, just go with whatever the price action does. And so after that, let's jump over to the 2000 tick chart. Okay, this is what the 2000 tick chart looks like for today. Quick update. The only thing I've added was a 200 EMA. I'm playing around with the 200 EMA, as you can see. That is just making sure I'm on the right side of the trend here and kind of going with that. So I'm playing around with it. And then as far as that, this is what it looks like for day. Pretty big trading range. Move up. Basically just tops out here at that 56.60.50 mark. Now we got a two-legged move all the way down, as you can see. And I take my trade right around here at 2 o'clock, right with this bearish flag. So we'll jump into that. With how good price action moved today, unfortunately, there just wasn't many setups to get in. But that's just how it is with the name of the game. And you got to trade what you see, not what you think. So, yeah. Starts with the day with a trading range. As you can see, just sideways. We get a first entry long, pulls back. Second entry long. You also get a 1, 2, 3 touches here. This support. So that's a pretty good second entry long triple test and failed breakout, whatever you'd like to call that. And then it just chops sideways here. Let me zoom in. You get a first entry short, pulls back, second entry short. You have a hoagie and a lower high as well. So that's what that one is, as you can clearly see. First entry short, pulls back, makes a lower high. Second entry short. Then it just takes off, and unfortunately, there's just nowhere to get in here, unfortunately. Clearly riding above the EMA. But yeah, unfortunately, just nowhere to get in. Then you get finally at our mark of our high, which is 50.6650. And you get a double top here. I was thinking about taking this one, but this one's too... it's a double top. It's very short with the risk, but you don't know that it's going to go down. So got to pass on that one. But you do get a first entry long, second entry long failure. Yeah, I get a test back down to the EMA here on this nice bearish engulfing bar. You could also maybe argue for a triple test there, but I think the risk is too much. You'd have to put it all the way up here, and then the likelihood. So I don't like the probability on this on L. Then you get a first entry long, pulls back, second entry long. You also get a first entry short, goes higher, second entry short failure. So failed second entry short, second entry long, higher low as well. It's an aggressive trade. I don't dislike it, especially with these 3 bars closing on their highs, break, new high. You could maybe argue that. Context is pretty good. It's an aggressive one, so I'm going to leave it black. Then you get a first entry short, second entry short, double top, recounts the high. You get a first entry long. Then you get a really nice signal bar, lower high. Plenty of room back down to the key entry point of the support here. I missed this trade. I wish I took this one. This was probably the trade of the day. I think this one's a very good lower high. Really good example of a lower high as well. Then it just chops around. Sells off, breaks out of this range. Then it does a failed breakout and then comes back up. Then we sell off. But what we get here before that is a first entry short, pulls back, second entry short. You can maybe drop a limit order on this one. I'll mark this as black. Does meet it. It's just where's black? There we go. Second entry short. It does meet it. You do have a you got a low here. You got a first entry. It goes higher. It did go higher. I was here to watch this, and then it goes higher. Then it sells off. The bar isn't closing super on its low. There's stem. but there's an argument to be made to do a limit order. It's rejected EMA quite well. There's only enough for 1 point, and I would rather go for 2 points, unless you want to reduce your risk super fast, or try to put your stop to 1 point to do 1R. So, depends how you want to trade it. It's pretty discretionary. Then you go higher here, and it just basically makes a nice 2B pattern with this great signal bar right here. And trends up higher. You get a first entry, second entry short, fails. Really not a good any bar to get in there. I mean, maybe this one on the engulfing, maybe, but I just don't like it. I don't think there's enough room again for 2 points up here. I just don't think there's enough. That's what it was today. It was just like barely anything. You're like, oh, it's so close and there's not enough room, or it's so close and I can only get 1 point and I got to put my stop too big and the bars are too big. So yeah, that's just how it was. This is the way I saw it. Then you get a sell off all of a sudden. I mean, we did have the 2 news events, one at 12, one at 2 o'clock? Or was it 1 o'clock? Yeah, actually it was 12 and then 1. So I think this news item came out. 1 o'clock sells off, and that's probably why we're selling off that's why we sold off. But yeah, trend down, break. You get our first entry long, second entry long, failure. The bar is just too big. You're right at the 200 EMA, and you're too far from the EMA. So the 21 EMA, sorry, not the 200 EMA. You're too close to the 200 EMA, and you're too far away from the 21 EMA. Again, just like right in the middle. Good setup, but this bar's closing on its 1/3. But if it closed higher, then you could have done a failed second entry. But unfortunately not. Just sells off. This is where finally I get my first trade after watching all day. That's just how it is with Monday sometimes. Here we go. Let me move this. So you get at the previous day's high, we finally get some bounce. And then you get a first entry. As you can see, I'm going to draw it with arrow. First entry. Pulls back, pulls back. This never went lower. Pulls back, pulls back. I see this go high here. And I see this bar close, this previous green bar right here. Let me get rid of these. See this previous green bar close, and then I see this go and basically go higher. And I was like, oh, I'm willing to go short here with this engulfing bar. I clearly see a visual 1, 2 legs. I'm going to go short here on the engulfing. I normally don't. I usually wait for it. And then I'd go lower, but for room back down to here, I needed to do a engulfing order, which is totally fine, and that's what I accounted for, and I was correct about it. But yeah, after waiting for so long for a trade on the day, you kind of get impatient and whatnot. But that's just how it is. Anyways, this so first entry, second entry short on the engulfing bar. Then I get this inside bar closing on slow, which gives me a good reason. I actually moved my stop right 1 tick above, so I just trail it. And then I just leave it here, goes a little higher, makes an outside bar, and then it closes all the way down here for, I get 10 ticks on this one. So I actually go more than 2 points. I get my 10 ticks. Close out there. And that was on 3 contracts. I accidentally got rid of the target and stop orders for the bracket orders. So I had to just do it manually, which is fine. I just accidentally got rid of them. So nonetheless, I just basically, instead of having it on the chart, I just was watching and, stop right here, waiting, and just closed it right there. And then for the rest of the day, 2 o'clock struck, so done for today. But we clearly get a measured leg, which is really cool. We get a first leg, pulls back, take my second entry short, bear flag, and second leg right down here went even a little lower. Made a fresh low of the day. Looks like at 14.20, so 220. And looks like we get our first entry, second entry short. And it's pretty choppy here, as you guys can see at the moment. Really congested, but we'll see what happens. So that's what it looks like for today. That's the way I saw it. Really hard trading for the last 2 weeks, I'd say. Definitely trying to do also for my own trading. Get more data on, really making a decision on if I should do 1 point or 2 points. I'm really going for 2 points on it just because the runner helps your math in the long run, and going for 1 point, you just get wiped out with one losing trade. So yeah, I think I'm going to just start trying to do the 2 points here and just be super selective with the trades as I have been with today. It's already 2 o'clock, and that was multiple hours. I think that lower high here was a good one to take, and with plenty for 8 to 10 ticks, which was good. Just wasn't there for it. And then my second entry short engulfing wasn't bad. I think I clearly saw a visual too, like pullback in a downtrend right at that 200 EMA, and the 21 EMA also gave me just more key entry points for giving me a bias on going short. But that's how I saw it today. We'll see how price action and the markets react for tomorrow. I think this daily chart might close in its lower 1/3 at least for that candle. And it might be time for a sell-off. Hey, I never know, but, quite high. And usually sell-offs happen after you go past big round numbers. Usually 50-50, 5100 is kind of when the price starts stalling. So that's just from my anecdotal experience. But hope you guys enjoyed this chart review. Let me know how your guys' trading went for today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.